Hello my friends and welcome to episode 9 of our Football Manager 2020 Beta Let's Play with Rangers. Now, before we get into this episode, if you haven't seen the last episode, go check it out because it's so important going into today's episode. It's why I'm looking at the start of the season before we go down and look at the previous results, because it is massive and you need to watch it to the end, because that's where some of the important stuff happens. Now I'm going to give it 2 or 3 seconds, then we're going to go and look at the January transfer so far, and then we'll come back to this, because there's been some business done. Some business that I'm very happy with. Now I don't think it will show, so before we do that I will say that Shea Ojo is a way back to Liverpool. He got injured, he was on big money, and reality is, he's not in a team. We don't need to be playing a player 32 grand a week to be sitting on the bench, or in his case, the reserves. We also terminated Andy King's loan for similar reasons. He was 10 grand a week. So transfer history, let's scroll down both ways. We'll start with the outs. So the first out, we've just mentioned the 2 of course that are there, is Miles Jedinak. He was a backup ball winning midfielder. This team came in and offered us 0 money just to get him off the wage bill, and as much as I would have kept him at the end of the season preferably, I thought, you know what, let's get him off the wage bill. And at that point I thought I could recall Jordan Rossiter, who's got a new contract on a wage reduction. That was not the case. Wilfred Bonelli to Quarabag as well. He was a decent striker for us. Played a couple of games if I remember correctly. One game. And a few non-competitive. Did play a lot of the friendlies for us. You know, it's just again getting him off the wage bill. You know, he was an experienced player, didn't necessarily fit our system. Nathan Youngcomb's away on loan, and Philip Hollander away for 5 million to West Brom. His value's already gone up, but in truth, I didn't feel like he was going to fit our system. He wasn't overly keen with the move to West Brom, but with 5 million, I kind of clicked the button and was persuaded to move him. And in the end, he was like, no, I don't want to go. And I went, okay, well, that's your choice. We think it's a good choice for you, but you make your decision and we will support that. And that was enough. So on the ends, we've got Luciano Acosta. Now, if you've gone and seen my FM Creators debut, I highlight him as one of the players that I really recommend you sign on a free transfer. His contract's up at the 31st of December of the first season. Brought him in for 14.75k per week. Got a work permit on appeal, with being obviously an Argentine. Difficult getting to that Argentinian national side, but look at his stats, so well balanced. Jumping reach is a bit of an issue. He's going to get pushed around quite a bit, which isn't maybe ideal for Scottish football in real life. I'm kind of thinking that doesn't play too much of an effect on FM. He played his debut in the Scottish Cup. We'll go back and have a look at those results soon, but as you see, a 7.2 rating for him in that game. And again, he's not necessarily natural, but he can transfer back as an advanced playmaker, so hopefully he works out. He's already worth 9.25 million, so we could make big money off him. Anyway, Dean McAllister, a young player for the future, comes in on a free transfer. Contract was up at the end of the season. The transfer listed him just to get him off the wage budget, I assume. We offered nothing, with no add-ons. They accepted, and he wants a loan out actually, so I'm going to quickly offer him a clubs on loan, see if we can get him out on loan. We brought in Olivier Batista Meyer on loan from Bayern Munich. When we got rid of Ojo, I felt we needed another winger. And this guy was up on the loan list. And he's one of the lads that I would be scouting anyway, because he's one of the lads that would go, oh, do you know what, if he doesn't develop, we can go and nick him. And brilliant. Again, made his debut in the Scottish Cup. As you see, 3 assists, 9.0 rating. Didn't get man of the match. Nobody else scored more than 1 goal, by the way. Just to clarify that. Really deserved man of the match, didn't get it. Doesn't want to play in Brazil, which is fairly strange as an option for him. We also brought Kostanos Manavarporos, a Greek centre-back from Arsenal, a very similar type of player to Hollander, so it's a direct replacement, but he's much more physical, which is kind of what I felt we needed. Hollander was just too slow. Again, he made his debut off the bench in the Scottish Cup. I'm excited by him. He will offer a decent backup option. And also on loan, replacing Wilfred Bonelli, we've got Mohamed Kaprit coming in on loan from Hertha Berlin. third choice striker in all truth. I do want to bring back Jake McPake, or Josh McPake. I keep calling him Jake McPake, I'm sure it's Josh. Can I go to the development centre? I don't want to report a bug, thanks very much, Football Manager. I'm just pressing the wrong button. Josh McPake, I want to bring him back. Unfortunately, I can't do it until tomorrow, game time, because they renewed his loan. My loan manager confirmed all that, but I think, again, he could come in, do a decent job as an advanced forward for us. As you see, he's got most of the stats in the right places, maybe needs a bit of work, but he would do a good job as a backup and get the game time that he probably needs at the right level. He's doing quite well with Dundee just now, 2 goals, but he is playing as an attacking midfielder. So now that we've got through all of that, hopefully everyone who's needed to go and see the last episode has gone back and at least viewed the important bits. So let's come back to it. You'll now know that we had a board meeting at the end of the last episode. We had 5 games to get 9 points. How have we got on? We've got 2 games of that remaining. The first one today against Ross County. The next one I think is against Aberdeen. From memory, if we scroll down, we have won every single game since. I've switched back to the 4-1-2-1-2 or the 4-2-3-1 or 4-1-2-3-1 or whatever it's calling it. This year, we played, no, we need to go back one. We need to go back another one. The last episode against Kilmarnock, so I'm getting confused. We played Hibs and we won 2-0. A great performance, and actually this was the worst performance of the 3 times we've played Hibs. This was by far the worst I've seen them play. Apparently we've got to play them again. We played them in the Betfred Cup, didn't we? That's why we've played them 3 times. Ross McCrory got his first goal of the season, followed by Alfredo Morelos wrapping up late on, but they posed no threat to us. Now, fitness was an issue. As you can see from my team selection, fitness was an issue for us. It was an even bigger issue for them, so it wasn't a full strength Hibs side by any stretch of the imagination. We then beat Livingston 2-0. Joe Aribo with a thunderbolt and Alfredo Morelos scoring a penalty. We ended up having to play Matt Polster here. Team was so stretched fitness wise. Gladly they were in a similar boat, but just knackers. And then we played St Mirren. Joe Aribo getting the goal there. We had a couple of friendlies, and then we played Championship Partick Thistle in the Betfred Cup, the Scottish Cup rather. Few debutants, of course. Docherty on the score sheet, Defoe on the score sheet, Ryan Kent on the score sheet, all 3 assisted by Olivier Baptiste-Mayer. Didn't get man of the match. Docherty got it. His goal was very, very good. It was one of those like scissor volleys. But either way, I still feel like the on-loan Bayern man deserved man in the match there. As you see, it's a rotated side, giving players experience and whatnot. But now we're going to get pitch side for game 4 of our 5 games to get 9 points, which we have now achieved despite the game. If it shows me here, saying that we haven't points. No, it's not going to show me. And I would need to go back near enough a month, so I'm not going to scroll back and find it. But it was so interesting. The board comes up, and when we've got that 9 point mark that comes up, it's unlikely you will reach your target of 0 points in the next 2 games. Literally can't fail to meet that target, but I'm still got the feeling they're going to sack me because of that. Was talk of a board takeover, but they dismissed that pretty much straight away. In fact, every single team in the league I've seen now has a dismiss this takeover. But we're now going to get pitch side. We'll see pitch side for Ross County in just a second. Here we are with the team. We've got a couple of changes, mostly fitness related, but we've got McGregor, Tavernier, Goldson, Katic, Barisic, McCrory, Aribo, Jack, Baptiste-Mayer, Kent and Morelos. Only one change really from what anything you've seen. I think Acosta will be first choice. That's going to mix it up a little bit because, you know, Jack and Kamara are so good. But I think Acosta's just something special. We're against a fairly decent looking Ross County side. They've got Ewan Henderson, Billy Mackay and Lee Irwin up there. So they're a decent side, and it's in the snow. So that always mixes things up. Tavernier making his return from injury, spent an entire window injured so far, which has prevented anyone from making a bid so far. Slightly nervous that we now lose him. We've had a couple of bids from Katic, she's unhappy. All the bids were from China and they were for very little amounts. In all honesty, nothing that I would have even gone, ooh, maybe we can't accept this. Talking £3 to £4 million. I would want at least 15 to start discussions for Katic. Now, we've started this game fairly poorly. They do have some fitness issues, so we can maybe adjust this. But right now, not looking quite so good. Particularly when we've been in such form. It's unusual. A point would put us above Motherwell with them having a game in hand, though, so that would get us back into third. Ross McCrory switches a play across to Batista Mayer. His touch is poor and Gardine brings it away for County. Played back to Kelly. Can Barisic get there? He can indeed. Gets it back to McGregor, who does well to keep it in. He's going to launch it forward for Batista Mayer, the German. Flicks it brilliantly round the corner for Tavernier. On his return to game time. Not match fit, of course. Jack to Aribo. To Batista Mayer. Oh, 3 assists in his debut. And a goal in his league debut for Olivier Batista Mayer. This guy is worth 350,000. Bayern wouldn't sell him for that, believe me. But, we might. I want to say we found a gem. He's certainly not a hidden gem. He's one that I knew from FM19. I actually just signed him right at the end of FM19, and he was coming at the end of the season that I was playing. And I was really looking forward to playing him, and he was a developed Batista Mayer as well. And the only reason why he signed for us was because he was Bayern's second choice right winger. That's got to be offside. It is offside. Barisic can't be getting beaten that easily though. Is it offside actually? Maybe in line. He's not. A really well held line by the defence there actually. Well done guys. Tavernier with the free kick whipped in. Back post Kent. Goal. He scored a header in the last game. You don't associate Ryan Kent with scoring headers, and that's 2 in 2 games for Kent. I'm not sure why he's the one. I think it's maybe just because of how deep it is that he's the one that's there. But that is a great finish. Rangers 2, Ross County 0. We've not played particularly well, but we've finished a half strong. I'm going to say I'm very pleased and send him out again. Just, keep that momentum going. Morelos looking uninterested. I'm tempted to terminate Defoe's loan. He doesn't fit our system. But I think what we need to do for that is to make sure we get McPake back and see how he's going to be. Malin beats Barisic, but Barisic recovers well with Jack. Struggling with the surface, I assume. Aribo over the top for Alfredo Morelos. Good save from the county keeper. I can't read the names. I'm really struggling, so I'm guessing. I think this is Barisic taking this. It's whipped in. The names maybe need to go black on a snowy pitch like this because you just cannot see them. Mullen has played it back to the goalkeeper, whose name I still haven't been able to read. It's I don't think it mattered that I couldn't read its name. In truth, looking at that, we're going to bring Tavernier off. He is getting back up to match fitness. It's his first game back for a while. As Mullen again gets the better of, I think it was Barisic, and he's played it forward for Billy Mackay. Good save from no, it wasn't a save. He's put it wide. I thought that was a good save from Alan McGregor. Have tried to sign some goalkeepers for next year, but they keep renewing their contracts. Really, really frustrating. Bit of communication error there in defence, but I think Alan McGregor just about manages to get away with it. Cleared away towards Mullen. Oh, and he's done Barisic again. He's really making Barisic look stupid, Mullen, now. And it's back to that goalkeeper whose name I'm not even going to try and pronounce. Launched forward. Hutton wins it in air, and Batista Mayer comes forward, gets it to Kent, who's burst into the box. Oh, he's flicked it wide on his weaker left foot. I'm pretty sure he's right footed, so I can say that. Going to bring Doherty on, freshen up that midfield a little bit for Aribo. He's played quite well in the last game. He's played okay at the times that I brought him in. And right now we are going provisional second with this result, which is a big turnaround. We would still be 5 points off the lead if Celtic win, and obviously would fall behind Hearts again should they win, and the same with Motherwell. But it shows that we're getting back into the fight. We're going to bring on Greg Stewart for Batista Mayer, who is tired in. He's not used to the physicality of Scottish football. He's not used to the snow. He's probably never seen snow in Bavaria in his life. Let's give him a rest. Barisic throws it into Morelos, who's done Mullen. And Greg Stewart with a header from the 18-yard box, with 18-yard line, just puts it wide. The goalkeeper didn't even respond to it. Shouldn't have even got close. The goalkeeper should have been covering it quite neatly. Unless obviously you know that it's going wide. They're still going very, very slow with their goal kicks. Katic wins the header, but only as far as Spence. Mullen. He's had such a good game, that Mullen. That pass wasn't great, but it was under a lot of pressure. But you know, he's made Barisic look daft at times. And Barisic is a very, very good left back. Not as good as he was last year's game. Had a bad season last year in real life, just with fitness. And I think even just adjusting to the style of the Scottish game, this year he looks much more the kind of player that I was expecting to see. We'll skip ahead. Aberdeen at home next. Can we make it 5 out of 5? Just hit 2 achievements in 2 games, unbeaten, and parked the bus in the last 2 games. And we've hit those achievements. And I still don't know if I've got a job at the end of these 5 games. I'm just loading this up to highlight it. You would think now the board would just come at me and go, yeah, your job's safe. But instead, Dave King sent me a points target update. I wanted to provide you with an update towards the progress of your required target. You need -3 more points from your final match in order to reach your target. I kind of feel like this should just say, you know what, well done, you've reached your target, but we're still considering options. You know, it's not been a good season, but you have done as you've said. We'll now skip ahead to Aberdeen. One change, I think, from the last game. Acosta is in for Jack, who drops to the bench. But the key things here, you need to look at the bench. We've brought in Josh McPake. He comes onto the bench for Jermaine Defoe. Loads of potential, excited to get him back. We've got a new man, Rolando Aarons comes in. He's a natural right winger. Well, inside forward on that side. You know, he's got very good stats. Long shots aren't the best, but everything else, and balance. But everything else, you know, is there where it needs to be, and he's left-footed. We brought him in for, how much did I pay for him? I think it was like 3.7 million, 3.8 million plus some add-ons based on goals and appearances. So if it doesn't work out, we could probably break about even. It's kind of what I'm thinking with that one. And we needed somebody who is natural on that side, because as much like Greg Stewart, he's not a natural winger. He doesn't have the pace. Batista Meyer is only going to be here for 6 months. We maybe can renew him at the end of the season, but again, you get 18 months. So we needed somebody who was ours there, someone that can develop. And I'm not convinced that guys like Barker and Jones are right for the right wing. They work on, you know, they played well when they came in for Kent on the left, but not so much on the right. And that's kind of where we've invested the Hollander money, with obviously the basis of we can renew some loans for next season, we can bring in new loans, and we can, you know, bring in free agents and the likes. I'm looking to also sell a couple of other players. I did in the end renew Stephen Davis's contract, as well as John Flanagan's contract, but on much reduced wages for both of them, which is great, and it really shows where we are developing the squad. And it does allow us a bit more money to play with. And you know, even Aarons isn't on big money. I actually got him for less than the minimum wage that my scout said he would accept. So that's great stuff. We are second in the league now. Sorry, third in the league. Motherwell won and Hearts lost. This is a home game against Aberdeen. So where's my favourite ones? Not favourite. Do this for the fans. There we go. Because it's classed as start. I'm literally looking for one option because I know it's the option that I want to hit. I can't find it anywhere. So frustrating. There's so many options there, and so many of them were probably valid ones as well. Go off and early get creative. After 10 minutes we've not had a shot on target yet, so we kind of need to do that. Still no shot on target from that get creative, so we'll try again. Same reaction, guys. Yep, let's have a shot on target from this one. 6 shots, none on target. 8 shots, 1 on target. We've got a shot on target, yay. And I think that was an instant highlight on that shot on target. We've got a corner from it. Luciano Acosta comes across to take it, and Rankin and Morelos on the rebound. 1-0. Morelos with his 13th of the season. I don't think he's had a particularly great season. Still a lot of interest in him though. Acosta whips it in. Kent wins it. And Morelos there to launch it into the back of the net. from the probably now beaten Joe Lewis. Throw in from Barisic as well to Morelos. Acosta. Camel plays it to Ross McCrory. Back to Acosta, picking up a good space there. Barisic. Forward for Kent. Kind of a bit trapped, but he does find Acosta picking up space again. McCrory, Aribo, Morelos, Ross McCrory. Just controls things so well, Ross McCrory, at times. You know, he's so good already. I'm really hoping, can't wait to see the player that he maybe develops into. Good ball out to Tavernier as well this time. Aribo to back to McCrory. And part of it is because of how defensive teams sit in, and obviously he's the guy that gets the space. But he finds the players as well, you know, and even under pressure here, he's finding the passes. You know, he is getting the time to make them compared to other people. But you still got to make them. Is it Kent? Oh, it's just over or wide. I think it was maybe high and wide there from Ryan Kent. Good move from us there. Consistent recycling of the ball, which I like to see. Aaron's will take a bit of time. As you see, 66% match sharpness. He's nowhere near where we need him to be. So, again, I'm going to go with a do this for the fans. No, it's not an option. The little one woke up, so I've been looking at these over and over again, and I still cannot decide which one I want to go for. So I think I'm going to risk don't get complacent, because I don't like any of the others. I don't like that, but I like it more than the rest, if you like. Lewis with the goal kick early in the first half. Samuel runs into Barisic. No free kick, thankfully. Katic clears. Aribo. Oh, it's poor from Joe Aribo there. Baptiste Mayer was away, if he even had a remotely decent ball there. McCrory feathering it out, as he does, to Ryan Kent on the left wing, and it goes for Morelos, cleared away. Back out to Kent. It's an awful shot from Kent. You almost think Morelos could have reacted to it and scored from it. Goldson, McCrory, Lucano, Acosta, over to Tavernier, whipped in towards Kent. It comes back out. Acosta, Baptiste Mayer from a tight angle. I love how it goes. How's he managed to miss that? You know, could he actually see any part of the net? Really frustrates me that. It's like it almost sees that as a clear-cut chance. And it goes to Kent, back post. And he's put it just wide into the side net, and Acosta with the corner. Kent with the shot. Baptiste Mayer keeps it alive. Goldson over the bar. Going to bring on Alan Hutton for Tavernier. Similar sort of reason for the last match. Let him get back to match fitness. We look good though at the minute, but we do need another goal. You know, we get punished for situations like this so often in football, where you dominate a game, you get that one goal, but you don't get that second. We're going to bring on Aarons for Kent actually, and I'm going to give Baptiste Mayer the right hand side, see how that changes things in his more natural side, or the side that he prefers. Acosta launches it forward, and here is Baptiste Mayer. He's kind of had to go alone because Morelos held his run. Not that many people actually, you know, pass the ball in those situations in this game, but you know, you never know. Acosta whips it in again. Katic, free header from 6 yards out. You expect Katic to score them. I feel like corners have been severely nerfed because we do win a lot of the aerial balls from them. We just don't put them on target, and we've got good headers of the ball like Katic, like, well, we did have Hollander, but even Goldson's decent in the air. And just none of them are quite capable of scoring the header. They always seem to miss the target. Morelos comes into the box. It's done well. It comes to Ross McCrory on his weaker foot. The Katic is getting the assist for that. I'm not quite sure how that's a Katic assist. You know, it Katic assist. Just I'm laughing because it's a Katic assist here. Morelos needed to do better. Vaner's cleared straight to McCrory, who hits it first time with his weaker left foot, and he doesn't miss. It's absolutely brilliant. No chance for the keeper. We're going to make our final change. We're going to bring on young Josh McPake. It's not his debut, because if I'm right in thinking he played a game last season for us. I'm pretty sure it's not his debut. But we were asked to get 3 wins from 5 games. We've won 5 out of 5. We're second in the league, provisionally at the minute, of course. Hopefully, we've done enough for to save our job. As Samuel comes in, McGregor saves. It's been their first shot. Realistically, that is their first shot of the game in the 94th minute. They didn't deserve to score it. They're now going to score from this corner because I've just said that. Be kind, ref. Just blow the whistle as Batista Mayer comes out. Full time. 2 shots, 1 on target. Yeah. 533 minutes for Rangers, well, for Alan McGregor without conceding. He had another 90 on for that for West Foderingham in the Scottish Cup. Don't think we've actually conceded since the board came to me and said we need all these points. Been a great turnaround. Luciano Acosta getting himself a man of the match performance on his league debut. I'm going to go with that as a good win, but the players are starting to buy into what we're doing now. Rolando Aaron's coming on, obviously getting his debut. Judgement coming on. Motherwell, Hearts have dropped points again. Hibs dropped points, getting a bit of breathing space there. So we're now daylight ahead of Hearts with 2 points. Obviously we're 2 points behind Celtic, who I'm kind of hoping play Motherwell next. No, they play Kelly, sadly. And then we've got Hearts. Is the board. The board are delighted to inform you that the promise you made them that they are now satisfied you have done utmost to keep it. They are pleased that you agreed to deliver your points total, and they are particularly impressed that you exceeded their expectation by notching an impressive 15 points in 5 matches. Well, it couldn't have gone any better than that. As a result of the improvement you have made as a manager, board have cancelled any plans to relieve you of your role of the club going forward. I hope you won't have to give them a reason to regret their decision. Now might just be the time for me to go and say I would like a new contract, Mr. King, but I'm not quite sure how to do that yet. I've not actually been. Is it club info maybe? Finances? No, I don't want to add a lump. Or weather camp. No stadium, no personnel. New contract. Oh yes. I've gone from basically about to be sacked to being offered a new contract. We're out the woods. We're just about out the woods, I think. And on that note, guys, I'm going to wrap up this episode here. We will come back in the future for Killie and Celtic. No, Celtic and Hibs. Probably going to work out the bigger option here. We'll come back, at the end of February for Celtic, and then obviously the start of March for the second game against Aberdeen. We've probably got away with one, but now we need our form to be good for the rest of the season and build up from there and make a legitimate title challenge. If you enjoyed this episode, hit like, hit subscribe, and I'll hopefully catch you all next time.